Hi, I'm Dorinda from PrimordialDor Tarot, and I'm here to do a Taurus reading today for May the 12th to the 14th, 2025. I'm using the Thoth Tarot deck, and I'm going to do a Celtic cross for Taurus. What's up with Taurus today? Full moon. Taurus. Just going to cut the deck. Calling upon the universe. Can we have some messages for Taurus, please? Some messages for Taurus. For Taurus. For Taurus, please. All right. We'll start with that one. What's going on with Taurus? All right, Taurus, bottom of the deck's the overall. Bottom of the deck, we got the Hangman, Taurus. Okay, it's about taking a time out. Taking isolation, meditation, contemplation, getting a new perspective. All right, just take a time out, figure out what you want in your life, how you want it to be, and think about things. Get a new perspective. Some days you can see things one way, and if you get a new perspective, you know, next day you can deal with it just a little bit better. Okay, Taurus. Present situation, Taurus. We have Mercury in Virgo, Tinnitus, wealth. Okay, Taurus, this is some material wealth coming into your life, or you have it. It's your present situation. Okay, but as you can see, some coins are not as shiny as the other ones. So, like I say, it's not $500 million. It's no more, no less. It's exactly what you need. For whatever it is you got to get done, you'll get just enough. First and last, whatever. you know, exactly what you need, Taurus. Okay, your challenge, Taurus, is the Princess of Cups. Well, she's all about love, fantasies, desires, temptations, sensuality. Okay, all about love. So, she's your, challenge. So perhaps you have a Princess of Cups around, and don't let her, distract you, and then make you spend all that money on her. Okay, Taurus, there's a pretty Princess of Cups around. She's awfully nice, sweet, good times. All right, that's your challenge. You got the money and the girl. All right, Taurus. So below Taurus, you have Major Arcana. You have the High Priestess. All right, she's about high intuition, that all-knowing. You've got that power going for you right now. So you know what's going on, Taurus. Okay, she sits at the back of the room and watches the event goes down and watches people and kind of knows what they're doing, You can tell what they're doing, and she can tell what they're going to do before they do it, So you've got that nice little high intuition going for you right now, Taurus. And that's always helpful. It's great. Your past position, Taurus. We have Major Arcana. We have the Universe card. All right, this is number 21 of the Major Arcana. The last card, signifying that some timeline, some course of your life is over now. Okay, time for something new to begin. Right? And this is a message from the universe that you can have anything you want, Taurus. You just gotta, hold the vibration of the thing that you want, the person, the place, the situation, whatever it is, and hold that vibration, and you will attract it, because it's an attraction-based universe, like I've said before, an attraction-based universe, and you can actually have anything you want if you get yourself up in that right vibration. Can't be all down and sad and everything. Attract something wonderful into your life. You got to be high. You got to get yourself up there by music or doing things you love and keeping yourself happy. Okay, so something's ending and something new's beginning now, Taurus. Okay, your future position, Taurus. we have a Princess of Wands. All right, well, she's fiery and dynamic, charming, charismatic, you know, magnetic. She draws people to her. This one here, you know, she's all about having fun and having a good time, a pretty little princess. Okay, so she's coming in your future. All right, and, you know, she just wants to have a good time and be in a high vibration. All right, and she's very attractive. Okay, everybody wants to hang out with her. All right, so this princess here is about love. This one's here about love too, but you know, she's warm and fun, you know, like that. So perhaps you have a choice, Taurus, which type of person you want to be with. That's that hangman. Take that hangman time out and figure out what you want. What type of person? You got the money, you know, so which one? All right, Taurus. Something's happening. Something's ending. Something's ending. Maybe you're ending the one with the Princess of Cups and you want that fiery princess. Could be. Well, you know. But you do know, Taurus. You do know. You do know. All right, Taurus, your near future, you have Venus in Virgo, 9 of disc gain. All right. More wealth, more material resources coming into you. Okay, Taurus? You've got the 10 of disc and the 9 of disc. 9 and 10. All right, Taurus, you got some bucks coming in. This is a 10 as well. So 10 signifying that some timeline in your life's coming to an end as well. So, you know, you've got the universe card saying that and this card here saying it as well. This one's giving you just enough money to move forward, but it's a 10. 10s indicate an ending. This card here indicates an ending. So something's coming to an end, okay? Perhaps with this princess, perhaps, okay? And you're gonna run off with this princess with all the money. Who knows, Taurus? It's your choice, your choice. But you've got the 10 of disc and the 9 of disc. You've got some wealth coming into you. Some wealth. All right, Taurus. Not bad. All right, Taurus. Your internal position, we have Jupiter and Libra. 4 source truth. Okay, so there's no more fighting. There's no fighting about these princesses. Okay, it'll all be nice and easy. But this card here is about releasing things you don't need, releasing thought patterns and belief systems you don't need, things that are holding you back, ideas that are holding you back, you know, thought patterns and beliefs. You know, beliefs are only a thought you've been thinking, and you can change the thought you're thinking. And it could be that you were raised a certain way to believe, you know, this is how it goes. But yeah, that's your parents' way of, you know, whoever taught you, right? Raised you. That's their way of believing. But you might want to go by a different set of rules, you know, make up your own. Okay? So, you know, some thought patterns are holding you back, perhaps in love. All right? So internally you know this, and internally you have the high intuition, Taurus. So you do know. You know that there's some things holding you back. You always wanted a certain way, but if you let go of that idea, you could have everything. You know, things like that. And that's why the hangman's here too. So you take the time out. Right? Take the time out and figure it is what you want. You know, how do you want it? Do you want the Princess of Cups, or do you want someone more fiery like the Princess of Wands? Okay? And you know, and it could be yourself holding you back. All right? So you got to release some things. Think about it. You got all the right cards here to think about it. Okay, in your environment, Taurus, we have Mercury in Taurus, 5 of disc, worry. Okay, Taurus, you know, just general worries. It's in your environment, right? You know, financial worries. You got to pay the rent. You got to fix the car. You got to do this. You got to do that. You know, those kind of worries. All right? But, you know, you got some gain and some wealth coming in. So, you know, maybe there are other kind of worries, like, you know, about the women, the love, right? And what are you going to do with that wealth and gain when it comes in? That's a worry too, right? Oh, bad worries. Anyway, you know, just don't focus on the worries, like I say, because whatever you focus on gets bigger. So you do have worries in your environment like everybody else. Okay, Taurus, in your hopes and fears, you have Mercury in Aquarius, Six of Swords science. Okay, Taurus, your mind's sharp at this time. You know what's going on. Your morals are correct. Your ethics are correct. You know, you've got intelligence. You got humanity. You're thinking perfect, Taurus. And you got this one here too, high intuition. Your mind's really sharp at this time, Taurus. Nothing's getting by you. Absolutely nothing. Whatever you're thinking right now, it's perfect. Perfect. Doesn't get any better than this. Your mind is just beautiful at this time. So you'll figure out this little situation. It's about like, which princess do you want? Either one's on the way out and one's on the way in. Something like that, okay? With the 10 and the universe card, something's ending. You're moving forward. You got some money. All right. You know exactly what you're doing, Taurus. So trust yourself. Trust yourself at this time, Taurus, because you know what you're doing. You're right on the money. Okay, Taurus, final card in the outcome of this reading, Taurus, is Venus in Aquarius, Five of Swords, defeat. All right, well, you're just thinking about the times it didn't work out in love and anything else. Okay, but, you know, that's just learning lessons, Taurus, right? That's the universe teaching you, giving you lessons, so the next time you succeed, you know what not to do now, you know what to do. Of course you do, because your mind's just super sharp right now. So you're thinking about those defeats, but you're not going to repeat them. You're too smart right now. You're bang on right now, Taurus. All right, so whatever decision you make, it's going to be the right one for you. So these were learning lessons. That's all. They made you who you are today. All right, but you're sharp, Taurus. You're sharp, super sharp mind right at this time. And these two cards signifying something's coming to an end and something new's beginning. And I think it's with that Princess of Wands. All right, Taurus, that's a beautiful, straightforward reading, okay? The thing about it is, you know what's going on, so you trust your gut instinct at this time, Taurus. Nobody should be telling you what to do. You're too sharp right now. I'd like to conclude with an animal spirit card for Taurus, please. One card for Taurus. That was a nice little reading, Taurus. Easy, nice. Trust yourself. One card for Taurus, please. One card for Taurus. One card for Taurus. There we go. All right, Taurus, we got, the scarab beetle spirit. Magic works through you. All right, where's that? Yeah, that goes with the moon card, the little scarab beetle in the ground. He comes out when it's time. He knows, right? Magic works through you. All right, Taurus, and you got that sharp mind happening, and you'll know what time it is for the little scarab beetle to come out of the ground, okay? And you work your magic and trust your gut instinct at this time, Taurus. Look at that. That's a beautiful card. All right, Taurus, that was a beautiful reading. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you next time.